Hi guys, it's been quite a while. How is everybody doing? Thanks to bio oil. So guys, my gel is actually finished. A bio oil dry skin gel. Whew, I love it. I actually use it for my lips. I use it for my lips because it literally moisturizes and softens my lips, because most of the time my lips are always peeling and dry. So I use it for that. Bio oil. So if you have lips like mine, don't hesitate to actually try bio oil. Anyways, welcome back to my channel, brought to you by hashtag I found beauty in my scars by the Fire Gal. So this is also bio oil skin care oil. I love it so much for my hands and for my body, as well as for my face, because it just keeps my scars, my skin moisturized, because I struggled a lot to find a perfect oil to use on my skin, because my scars were constructing as well, and I had to use bio oil to massage my scars for them to not generate keloids. Like, keloids are very excruciating, they are scary. Yeah, so I use bio oil. Thank you to Bio Oil South Africa. Oh, it's almost finished as well. So thank you everybody for subscribing to my channel, and those who are wishing to subscribe. So guys, you know I am a lover for the camera. I am a lover for modeling. I am a lover for photo shoots, for modeling, and for doing everything. Oh, my chain, I don't know what's going on, but anyways. But unfortunately, we living in, it's not a cruel world, I feel like it's a hypocritical world. So there was a time when I was entering, I still do, entering a lot of competition that has to do with modeling or beauty pageants. I've entered, I can't even count how many beauty pageants, including one of the biggest pageant organizations in South Africa, local ones and international ones. However, it's quite difficult for a woman like me with my kind of skin, physical scars. If you look a bit like you are disabled, because I don't walk, I don't have the perfect walk because I had surgery on my left leg. So that already is a turn off, or it's a downgrade. It's not their preference. So I'm always counted out, but I have faith, because in the book of Luke 8, you know the woman who was bleeding for 12 years? She went to all the physicians, she paid so much, and her faith healed her. And I believe that my faith will lead me to the right organization that I'm gonna work with to create an ambience that is diverse, inclusive, and represent or demonstrate the power of representation within the world, to accept every single person who looks different, whether you have scars, you have pimples, you have acne, you are disabled, you have one leg or missing fingers. You know, we need to create that ambience or environment. And we also, if we are not the preferred candidate, why don't we have like proper terms and conditions out there that, look, we don't need people like this, and then why can't we extend and create a platform that actually allows for equal representation without prejudice or discrimination? And it can be indirect discrimination and prejudice. I remember there was a big fashion week in South Africa, and there were auditions, and literally I was like, okay, I know I won't make it, I want to enter. I also have a friend who has scars, who I empowered a lot to find beauty in their scars, and she decided that, okay, I'm gonna go for auditions, because obviously her scars are kind of hidden, you don't really see them. Her face is perfect and beautiful. So she went for those auditions, and she found out there was a post written that we don't want people with scars or pimples, or you shouldn't have those. And I was like, go anyways, just go and change the narrative. at least they are being realistic. They're not being hypocritical. They are telling us the kind of people they want to be in the modeling platform of theirs. So those are the challenges that we are facing, as whether you're a disabled person, a person with physical difference or physical disabilities. Unfortunately, people think it's a sad thing. It is a sad thing. However, I appreciate the fact that I have faith in God. He made this day for me. You know, He knew me before I was conceived, and regardless of what I love, I'm not always going to get what I want to do. He will give me what my heart desires. Even you, if you are called like big, maybe you are big and then you are being discriminated because you are big or skinny, that is discrimination. But just know that when God eventually elevates you, the same organizations that have rejected you, that will call you. So do not stress. You just need to love yourself, show up as the best version of who you are, and be exalted by God. When you are elevated, their children, the people who call you, or those who discriminate against you, you will be their role model soon, because the lives are change, you know, things change. So yeah, I honestly think we just have to love ourselves, appreciate who we are, and show up as the best version of who we are. So many people are troubled or they are brutal because obnoxiously, if you cannot embrace your scars or your differences, yet you are celebrating the downfall of people. Well, it's not even a downfall. You are celebrating the rejection of people who look different physically because they've been rejected. Like I entered, I think it's Miss Essay this year, and then there were certain comments online that, you won't make it because you're scarred. You're not beautiful enough for Miss Essay. It's gonna be a downgrade. And I was just like, okay, I know I might not make it, but it doesn't mean it's because of how I look. And these organizations are organizations that know what they want, and just because I didn't make it, it doesn't mean that my dreams are forfeited. I can fortify. You also can fortify. Some people have dreams to work for certain organizations, but they don't. I tell them they don't qualify. But remember, God does not need you to qualify, does not need you to have a qualification in order to qualify to be His daughter or His son. You just need to be positioned to be His son, because when He elevates you, when He exalts you, then every single person who's rejected will say, why did I do it? I should have known. And sometimes God deems your talent in order for it to be executed or implemented by the right people at the right place, without you feeling like you're in a toxic environment. So sometimes rejection does not have the power to stop you from accomplishing your dreams, but rejection does have the power to redirect your journey to your destination. So sometimes it's not really that bad. Just celebrate rejection, okay? So it's sad to see people hiding their scars because they're trying to fit in. It's sad to see people going through plastic surgery in order to fit in. Guys, you were born to stand out. I wasn't born like this. However, because this identity has been established in my teenage years, I learned to accept it and rejoice in it, because the scars show strength. It's a representation of strength, of what I have survived. Your scars, whether they're emotional, the trauma that you went through, they're not the reason why you're being rejected. It's because God wants your talent to be utilized in the most dominating way and profitable way, for you to be remembered by generation to generation. Your talent needs to be empowering other people. So sometimes He chooses the right place, the right people to exalt and elevate you, because He knows when you are elevated by the right people in the right environment, many people connected to you is going or are going to be elevated as well through your elevation. So sky stress being rejected, guys. Your rejection is going to be opening doors for people connected to you and to your family as well. So why people will ask me, so why are you still entering these pageants? Oh my god, if it was me, I would give up. If you give up, then it was never your dream. You cannot give up on a dream, guys, because when you give up, you're basically killing the dream. You are saying, no, this dream does not belong to me. God made a mistake. But God is a strategic God. He's an excellent God. He's a qualified God. He does not make mistakes. So please, you need to ensure that you comprehend why you are doing something. It doesn't matter how many times, how long it takes, because God uses a reference of years in the Bible. It took how many years, 100 and something years, for the Israelites to be exalted and to be elevated, to be freed, to be segregated from their families and be back in the promised land. It took years. The woman who was bleeding for 12 years, he references years for a reason, because the years that you're suffering is not equivalent to the years that you're going to rejoice, because he can take all those years and make or create an environment of prosperity and abundance within a day. That's the God that we serve. So my goal as a model or as a beauty pageant queen, just also as a public speaker, an empowering and aspiring speaker to the youth, right? It is to dispel the boundaries that are created within the beauty world or industry, and the prejudice and the discrimination, while proving that to the world that beauty comes with all different formations or forms. And if you allow every single person to represent their group, then we are creating a diverse community that is having different perspectives. I bring a unique perspective into the modeling industry, into the public speaking industry, because I am real. I bring the best version of who I am. I don't want to be anyone else but myself, because if you choose to be somebody else, who's going to live on your behalf? So really, I'm entering these pageantries and modeling industries because I want to pave the path for broader acceptance and representation within the beauty industry. Also to create appreciation of diversity by promoting diversity, representation within all these industries. If we don't do that, then who's gonna do it? Every cause has got its own fighter, and I believe that God chooses you to fight the fight because He capacitated you. He's giving you the voice and the resources to fight, because He also believes that you have the faith, you have the qualities, you have the autonomy to win the war. And it's not really physical war, it is a spiritual one. So just because you've been rejected from that university that you wished and you prayed for, it doesn't mean that you'll never graduate cum laude as a top student, okay? And through my modeling career, honestly, I have inspired many people and empowered not only myself, but also other people who thought they never qualified, or they had they were self-conscious about themselves, their physical scars, their physical appearances. And I've demonstrated to them that you are beautiful when you are you. And your body is the realest asset you can ever own. So no situation has the power to stop you from accomplishing your dreams. Hashtag I found beauty in my scars. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. And don't forget to pray for Kaiser Chiefs to come stronger next season, so that we can be winning the Nedbank Cups and all these competitions in the PSL, guys. And we also need to go to Africa. If you are a Makosi fan, please, 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 shout out from the fire girl to you. Stay warm. It's very cold, but I know you're all gonna be able to keep warm Thank you so much. Yo.